Hey everybody, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I haven't switched up my bookshelf in a while, so I thought it'd be a lot of fun to reorganize it today with you guys and also tell you a little bit about myself. I haven't gained like a ton of subscribers recently, but I did surpass 2K, so so I thought it'd be fun just to reorganize my bookshelves and then do a little get to know me video. So that's what we're gonna do today. I literally did not write down any questions I wanted to answer, so we're just gonna be off the cuff. Is that a saying? I'm pretty sure that's a saying. How I think I'm gonna reorganize my bookshelf today is by color, maybe. I've had it done by like my favorite books and then like my favorite series and like all that kind of stuff. I've had it organized by like my favorites. And right now it's organized alphabetically like you would find in a library. But I think it would be a lot of fun to organize it by color because, I don't know, I just feel like that would be really cute. As you can see, my bookshelf is getting a little full. If I buy any other books, I'm gonna have to move them over. If you watched my video I posted a while ago of my bookshelf tour and my book collection, I had it on these like stacked bookshelves and they're right over there. You just can't see them obviously. If I get any more books, they're gonna need to go over there. But for right now, they're all on this shelf that my dad built for me. He actually originally built it for all my dance trophies, but we'll get into that in like the get to know me part. If you aren't subscribed, please make sure you go do that. Also give it a like. That helps me out a lot to know what kind of videos you guys like watching, if you want more videos like this, all that kind of stuff. Also, if you comment anything down below, I will like or reply to all of them. I love talking to you guys. There's not a whole lot of you to talk to, but I love talking to the ones that like to comment. That's about it. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get reorganizing and get to know me. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and take all my books down and then I'll start talking to you guys while we're organizing them in colors.
Arguing again, arguing about something so simple. Make it clear, tell me why you're running back to him. Feeling insecure, feeling like there's more to your character. Every tear that you cry is worth it in the end. But baby, tell me, how have you not figured it out? Ooh, dry your eyes. The world can always give you reasons to cry.
Okay, we've still got my Colleen Hoover stack up here because I'm probably always just gonna keep her books in a stack because I love her. And then these are my after books, my after series by Anna Todd, and we're probably gonna move those. I just don't really want to take them down yet. They're all black except for the last one's orange, so that's pretty easy to just shove into the color that it coordinates with. But I'm gonna take you guys down to the ground, and here we have all of my books, all of them just thrown about. So we're going to organize them by color, but I do think I might keep all my Taylor Jenkins Reid books in one area, just like on the end or the beginning of the shelf or something, because they do look really cute with these little half circles all right next to each other. So just these four I might keep together. I do have one other Taylor Jenkins Reid book, but I think I might keep these four all next to each other. It's really hard for me to separate books that go together, like whether they're a series or a duology or something like that. It's hard for me to like break those up. Like I feel like the Summer I Turned Pretty series just all belongs together, you know? But it's not all the same color, so it's gonna have to get split up. We're gonna do it by color and see how I like it. If it bothers me too much, I'll change it, but we're just gonna see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead, order these all by color, and then we will try to put it up in rainbow order. We'll see how that goes though. We're gonna talk a little bit about myself while I organize these. First off, if this is your first time on my channel, hello, my name is Emma. I am 22 years old. I'm not really into astrology, but if you are, I'm a Capricorn. My birthday is December 31st, New Year's Eve. I'm having a hard time doing things while I'm talking. I am from Kansas, a little small town in southeast Kansas. Super duper fun growing up here. Joking. It's not like the most exciting fun place ever, but it's really not that bad. A lot of people think it's like terrible. It's really not that bad. We have like a small JUCO in my town that I went to college at, and when people come to this JUCO from like where they're from, unless they're from around here, they don't really know what they're getting themselves into, and then they're so bored when they get here. But if you're from around here, it's really not much different than where you probably came from. I danced my whole life. That's a pretty fun fact. I started dancing when I was 4 years old, and I danced all the way through college. So up until I was probably 20, I think. So that's like 16 years. I danced competitively. I danced in rec classes in a studio where we did like a recital. I did a recital every year of my life. Yeah, I love dancing so much. If I could go back in time and start over, I would definitely do that because I miss dancing so much, but it's kind of hard to find an actual place to dance when you're 22. I lived here. Here means I lived at my parents' house, which is where I'm living now. I lived here at my parents' house all the way until I was done with college, or done at the JUCO that I was at. So I was about 20 when I moved out. I moved to a town about an hour and a half away, and I went to cosmetology school. Fun fact. I went through a whole cosmetology program, and I'm not doing anything with it as of right now. If we run through the jobs I've had in my life, I lifeguarded. I started being a lifeguard when I was 15, and I did that for 5 summers. That was so much fun. I loved lifeguarding. I worked a little bit at a boutique in my town for like a very small amount of time. And then the main job I've had since then is serving. I've served for the last like 3-4 years, somewhere around there. And then once I turned 21, I started being able to bartend, and I fell in love with bartending. I love bartending. That's actually why I'm not doing anything with hair, is because I turned out to not like it as much as I thought I was going to after I got done with cosmetology school. I do love doing nails and makeup. I love that a lot more than hair. I like styling hair and that kind of stuff, but the dyeing aspect of it really intimidates me. I'm a perfectionist, and I don't like failing, and I don't like messing things up, and whenever I'm not like immediately good at something, it really is hard for me to want to do it again. That's just how I've been my whole life. Like when I was in dance, I learned things really quickly. I got skills really quickly. I would work towards them really hard to perfect them, but I would get the gist of it really fast. And ever since then, that's how I am in every aspect of my life. I got really good at makeup really quickly. I thought I would get really good at hair quickly, but the science of dyeing and all that kind of stuff really just does not work in my mind. Obviously, I would get it eventually if I stuck with it, but the part of my brain that tells me that I'm not perfect at it immediately really fights with the part of my brain that says you'll get it eventually. So I haven't done anything with cosmetology as of yet. I do things on the side, like homecoming hair, prom makeup, homecoming makeup, nails, weddings, that kind of stuff, but I haven't worked in a salon yet. And if I'm being honest, I don't completely see myself working in a salon probably ever. So I don't really know why I went and got my cosmetology license. I really enjoyed it, and I made one of my best friends there. I was actually just in her wedding. It was so much fun, and I'm so happy that cosmetology school brought me a best friend like that. But I would really only want to do freelance stuff if I ever went into hair, nails, makeup, that kind of stuff. But I love bartending, and eventually one day when I move away, I want to go bartend somewhere, like strictly bartend. Right now I serve and bartend, and I'm kind of tired of serving, and when I move away somewhere one day, I want to just bartend. We're gonna put these on my shelves, and I'll continue to talk a little bit more about my life. I've got you guys angled a little high so you can like actually see the shelf. We're gonna start with the red and the orange, because that's how the rainbow goes. If you want to know the most interesting years of my life, or the most interesting moments of my life, it's literally been in the past 2 years. After I hold that thought, I think we're gonna move my Colleen Hoover stack. I don't know what I was just saying over here. After I got done with cosmetology school, I decided, hey, let's pick up and move with my best friend. Where did my best friend live, you may ask? New Orleans, Louisiana. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. So I packed all my stuff up in my car. Me, my mom, and my sister drove our little happy butts down to Louisiana, 14 hours to New Orleans. and unpacked all my stuff, and I lived in their spare bedroom for 2 months. I actually planned on being there for much longer. I probably would still be there. 2 months into my stay, Hurricane Ida hit. Yeah, it was super duper awesome. So I lived there for a month, and it was my best friend's husband is in the military. He's a Marine, and he was off for work for the first month that I lived there. So it was just me and my best friend and her son, little baby. He was a little baby at the time. So it was just us three for the first month that I lived there. It was amazing. It was the best. I love my best friend. She's my soulmate. And then the second month, her husband was there. And so I decided I needed to get a job because I just didn't have enough money in savings to not get a job. So I went and found a job. I bartended at a bar called Vinny's Caddy Shack for a week, exactly. I started there on a Friday, and then we had to evacuate for the hurricane on the next Friday. So that was awesome. I actually really enjoyed that. My shifts were like 10 hours long, so it felt way longer than 1 week. It was awesome though. It really helped me learn a lot with bartending, because it was strictly just a bartending job. And the amount of faith that they had in me was amazing. And I made some really good friends like in that 1 week. They told me they would never find anybody else like me to work there, and that I was such a hard worker, and they loved working with me. And it really boosted my confidence with bartending. So I think that's really what escalated my love for bartending. And I would probably still be there working if it weren't for the hurricane, because I need to put these books on the shelf. I worked there for, like I said, a week. And then the hurricane hit, and if you don't know about Hurricane Ida, it was supposed to be just as bad, if not worse, than Hurricane Katrina. And I don't think it ended up obviously being as destructive as Hurricane Katrina, because the levees held, and so all the flooding afterwards was not as bad as Katrina because the levees held the water back. But it could have been, and I was terrified. So I told my boss I was gonna evacuate, and lucky for me, just a huge coincidence, my cousin goes to LSU, and so she is like head of the RAs in the dorms, I'm pretty sure. And so she had her own apartment in the dorms, and I was like, these dorms are built to withstand hurricanes. So I evacuated over there, which from New Orleans to Baton Rouge is like an hour, but since everyone was evacuating, it took me like 2 hours to get there. I think I got off my shift at like 4 because we had to clean and stuff. So I got off my shift at 4, and then I drove, and I didn't get there till like 6 in the morning. And then I slept for a really long time. I think I slept till like almost 4 the next day. I was so exhausted. And so then I stayed in her dorm with her for a week while I waited to see if we could go back down to New Orleans or not. And they said, no, absolutely not. We're not gonna have power or water for probably a month. And I was like, well, classes at LSU are gonna start next week, and I'll get tickets if I park in their parking lots. And I can't stay in my cousin's dorm for a whole month because I don't have enough stuff to stay in there for a whole month. So with the little bag that I packed full of like 3 outfits, a couple books, my shoes, makeup, skincare, I actually like overpacked a lot because I didn't know how long we would be gone. So I'm glad that I packed workout clothes, makeup, skincare, books, that kind of stuff. And I drove right back to Kansas. 14-hour drive all by myself all the way through. Girl Boss, my one little yellow book that I'm going to be reading this month, Home Before Dark by Riley Sager. So excited to pick that up. Yeah, then I came home. I was here for about a month and a half with just that bag and the few little clothes I had left over in my closet, because literally everything else was back down in New Orleans, including my giant vanity and vanity mirror. I literally took all that down to New Orleans. You can't see it right now, but it's like one of those Hollywood mirrors, and then the like a makeup vanity from IKEA. Took all that down there. That was all down there. Literally everything was down there. It was definitely an experience. It felt like I lived a whole year in 2 months. I came back here in September of 2021, and I was like, oh, I'll stay with my parents for like 6 months and then figure out what I want to do. No, it is currently October of 2022, and I'm still here, and I probably will be here until, I was thinking January of 2023, but now it might have to be April of 2023 because my sister's pregnant and having a baby, and I kind of want to be here when she has the baby. Yeah, so we're just gonna see what happens. I don't really know what's happening. Definitely did not think I would be here at this point in my life, but you know what? Things happen and they happen for a reason. This is what we have so far. Literally just red, orange, yellow, green. Roy G. Biv, blue. I have so many blue books. It's crazy. I'm gonna go off camera real fast and organize my blue books how I want them, and then I'll come back when we're placing them on the shelf. Okay. They're organized how I want them. One of the main things I wanted to talk about was my YouTube journey. I literally wanted to be a YouTuber since I was 10, 11 years old, probably even before that. There's a video on YouTube you could go find. It's called The Buddy and Buddy Show. My best friend and I wanted to be iCarly so bad, and it is the cutest video ever. I'm not gonna link it because it embarrasses her really bad, but I think it's so funny. And then I also have another video somewhere out there. I don't even know what you would need to look up to find it, but it's me whenever I was in middle school, like 7th grade I think, and had just gotten back from track practice, and I was sitting there like on my webcam on my laptop. Hi, this is Emma. I want to be like Bethany Moda. Da, 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 da. I wanted to be like Bethany Moda, and I wanted to be a beauty YouTuber so bad. I literally wanted nothing more than to be exactly like Bethany Moda, and I think it's so funny. And then I started my YouTube channel in 2019, I think was the first what I got for Christmas video I posted. My first video I posted on this channel was what I got for Christmas 2019, I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2018. I think it was 2018, because I think this year will be my 5th what I got for Christmas video. Perfect. Okay, now let me explain how I ordered these. I'm literally sweating. I have to turn my fan on. I'm so sorry. Okay, we'll start from the bottom. The bottom 3 are the ones I still need to read on my TBR. Then I did like her spooky books, Verity and Layla. And then I just like went from my least favorite to my favorite. So we have Ugly Love. Unpopular opinion, I did not love Ugly Love. Then Confess, Heartbones, November 9. Then we have the Hopeless series. Hopeless, Losing Hope, Finding Cinderella, All Your Perfects, Finding Perfect. And then my top 2, It Ends With Us, and Reminders of Him. And then It Starts With Us comes out on Tuesday. I actually think I might move my co-host stack to the end. That way it's at like the end of the rainbow. It's the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I'm a genius. We have to do it now. Oh shoot, my Taylor Jenkins Reid books. How's that look? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. I think I like it. We've got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, lots of blue, purple, pink, black, white, Colleen Hoover, Taylor Jenkins Reid. My Tyler Cameron book is just so big I had to put it sideways. And then we've got this little candle. I have no idea where it's from, but I'm using it as like a bookend. A little vase with some fake flowers. A Capri Blue Volcano candle, my fave candle, so good. And then another cute little vase with some fake flowers. And I think that is it. Okay everybody, I think we're done. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun rearranging my bookshelves with you guys and talking a little bit about my life, basically telling you my whole life story. Hope you enjoyed. It was a little bit chaotic, it was a little bit all over the place, but that's just me. Anyway, I have literally nothing else for you guys. I could sit here and talk all day, but I'm not going to because I don't want to edit all that. Anyways, that's all I've got for you guys today. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, go turn on my post notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video. Also, make sure you go follow me on all my social medias. They're always linked in the description down below. I really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all so much, and I hopefully will see you in my next one. Bye.